My dad left the house to take care of business, and I started looking at him differently when I found out what he did. My parents were Mexican refugees who emigrated to Compton during the height of the violence and crime epidemic in the 80s. People often wonder if Compton was actually that bad, and believe me when I say it was. My second day in Compton, my mother and I were playing out in the front when a lowrider swerved fast AF around the corner. The guy in the passenger seat had red dripping down his arm, and he shouted at me and my mom to run inside because his car was being tailed and shot at by a rival gang. No 8-year-old should ever have to fear for their life, but I did every day. And the only thing that helped me stay sane was my BMX bike. It's like, the second I got on it, I'd forget about all the violence, and I felt like any normal kid again. My parents would let me ride it around our block for hours because they knew I'd be depressed otherwise, and some of the happiest moments of my life to this day are doing just that. Well, one day while riding my bike, I was approached by some kid who looked 14. He had a signature red bandana, was tatted up and down, and had a cigarette in his mouth. He told me he liked my bike and that he wanted a turn on it. I knew what he was going to do if he got on it, so I tried not to give it. I told him it was my bike, and I didn't share it with people I didn't know. But then he got all stern. He told me he was getting a turn on the bike now, but it was up to me in what state I handed it over. I was really scared of him, and by this point, I knew that the one thing in my life that really gave me joy was good as gone. I got off the bike and said, "Have a turn." He smirked, patting my head and calling me a good kid. He then rode off with my bike, still smoking his cigarette, and I walked home crying. My mom was working, so it was just my dad home, and my dad was crazy. Back in Mexico, he wasn't the average citizen if you catch my drift, and when he saw me crying, he asked what happened. I explained through tears that a local gang member stole my bike, and my dad just hugged me tight and let me sob. After letting me go, he asked me what the guy who took my bike looked like, and when I answered, he told me to wait here because he had some business to take care of. Turns out, the business he was referring to was getting my bike back. My dad left the house and walked to the part of the block where the main gang members always hung out, and when he saw them posted outside, he just started talking crazy to them. Now, most other people would have gotten popped for this, but my dad was kinda known around the block for having connections to some crazy people back in Mexico. Because of this, the gang members didn't really want to mess with him, and the main leader of the group told the others to find the guy who stole my bike. It was a very small area, so that didn't take long. Apparently, the guy who stole it didn't want to give it back at first, so the members resorted to non-verbal ways to persuade him. My dad got my bike back just like that, and perhaps an hour after leaving the house, he came back in with it under his arm. I was beyond happy. I was the happiest kid in the world when I saw that bike. I ran to him and hugged him. "Dad, you got my bike back." He hugged me back and smiled. My dad may have been a little crazy, and he definitely had his flaws, but man, he loved me more than anything in the world.